Hi, my name is Sidney and I play Alona, and this is what you missed in Season 2, Episode 47 of Edge of Legend. After the adventurers have dismounted their dragons and properly thanked their opponents, they discuss next steps for the tempering of Tobias' soul. Upon looking even more closely at the map Tobit provided to the party, the tomb of Amal is isolated from all civilization and took Tobit months to find. Knowing they don't have that kind of time, the party needs to come up with a solution quick, for they can almost feel the Green King breathing down their necks. The party agrees they will use Isuo's house to fast travel to the closest city to the tomb of Amal and use their bats to fly from there. But first, the party decides to truly finish the first step in Tobias's tempering process, which will take a little more than just a heartfelt hug between father and son. They decide to head to the Library of Dragon's Grave, where they will perform a ritual where Tobias truly forgives his father for abandoning him at birth. Once inside a private chamber, Alona reveals the Amren door and double-checks with Tobias and Tobit if they are comfortable with what happens next. They both agree. And with that, the door is placed on Tobit's forehead, and Tobias, Chio, Dragon, and Alona all enter Tobit's mind. Familiar to Alona, there are 3 doors as per usual, and Tobias opens the first. There they see Alona's temple from decades ago and Tobit as a young man sifting through books. All of a sudden, Old Man Tanin enters the scene to collect Tobit and begin his training to save the world. But that is when time slows and Tobit approaches the party. Only this time, instead of themselves, the party has taken the form of the gods from when they visited the astral heavens at the beginning of time. Alona as Hamasa, Shionibus as Leofer, Dragon as Aiga, but Tobias, instead of Shah, Tobias is in the form of the king of gods himself, Azamat. With this realization, the party addresses Tobit as their godly forms, encouraging him to begin his foreseen journey even though it will be difficult. But only the words of Azamat himself can truly send Tobit on his way, for that is the god the prophecies are all for in the first place. Knowing this, Tobias grits his teeth and offers words of wisdom to his own father, which seems to be sufficient in sending him on his way. Through the second door, the party witnesses the wedding of Tobit and Marguerite. There they see the familiar faces of Old Man Tanin, Master Dominus, and the Ice Queen celebrating their union. Tobit once more approaches the gods, grappling with the possible selfishness of his actions, desiring a family and a home above all else, but ultimately knowing that his fate is that of martyrdom. The gods encourage him to live his life to the fullest while he can, and that his wife knows of his fate and chooses to be with him anyway, so he should enjoy this time while he still has it. But Tobias, as Azamat, is seething with anger at seeing his mother on this auspicious day, knowing the tragedy that is to befall them later. But Dragon talks him down, and Tobias is able to give his blessing to his father. Finally, the third door. The birth of Tobias. The stars have aligned, and there stands a father looking down at his wife and son in utter grief. This is supposed to be the most wonderful day of his life, but he cannot stay. He must give his life soon. Marguerite begs for him not to go, but he must. To sever their bond and free his wife, he forsakes her and their son. Time slows once more, and Tobit rages to the sky, tears in his eyes, and curses at the gods. All he wants is the family he must not have. The gods have nothing to say, but look at Tobias, who has rage and pain in his eyes. Tobit is promised that one day his son will understand. And Tobias, as the king of the gods, hugs his father. Then, Tobit leaves through a new door, a 4th door. There has never been a 4th door, and the party follows him through. The waves crash against the beach of the not yet fully formed city of Dragon's Grave with a roar. The sky is black, and an eerie, sickeningly green light rises from the water. Tobit is on the beach, gripping his blade with both hands. This is it, the moment he's been preparing for after all these years. He walks onto the ocean, and a massive tidal wave threatens to wipe out the land. He wrestles this embodiment of Koramat with all his strength, while helpless civilians watch desperately from shore. After their struggle, the true form of Koramat dissipates, and they both fall into the ocean. The remnants of Koramat's soul return to the soul well in the realm of the dead, and through the prayers of the future people of Dragonsgrave, Tobit's dying body is encapsulated in blessed rock and sinks to the bottom of the sea. Suddenly, the group flies out of Tobit's mind and he sputters back to consciousness. Tobit and Tobias hold each other in their arms, and Tobias finally, officially, forgives his father, now knowing just how much he sacrificed to fulfill his duty to the world, even if it meant leaving what he loved most behind. With that, platinum light strikes them both, and Tobias's eyes glow with the power of a god, as a blessing from Azamat himself, and a sign that the first step of tempering Tobias's soul for the 9th Circle prophecy has been completed. Successfully completing the first step, the Tomb of Amal is discussed in further detail. All that accompany Tobias on his journey must memorize the martyr's prayer and defend Tobias in the temple while he is left prone to danger. They must all pass the test for Tobias to successfully complete his tempering. Knowing the difficult journey ahead, the party heads back to Isuo's house to inform them of the situation and travel to their next destination, Acadia, the capital city of the continent, and where Morel has been banished by his father, the king. Isuo promises he will be able to negotiate safe passage for them through the city if they do not ask any questions, and they agree. With that, Isuo opens their door to 2 city guards there to escort the party out of Acadia's borders. And that is what you need to know from Season 2, Episode 47 of Edge of Legend. Make sure to tune in Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to the Nat20 Productions official channel on Twitch to catch the newest episodes of Edge of Legend as they happen. We look forward to seeing you in chat as you become legends right alongside us. Thanks for watching!